magic damage out of the Maokai. I expect to probably see the Red Smite Leandri's build at the very least on this to add some extra AP into the mix. And the final pick for FlyQuest will be the Hui that you guys...
From the early levels that we saw and that extra little fight that broke out around Raptors, it did draw Knight.
As FlyQuest trying to move up, stop some of these grub takes. The third grub is the only one left, and all three secured by BLG. Never mind, FlyQuest did get themselves the one. Now Masu under pressure from Knight. Bass and Maokai ulti coming through. Inspire taking a ton of damage here on the front line, but the first kill's already going over to Knight. Beishwan, 200 HP, trying to get away, but Quad paints a picture, and it's a eulogy for BLG in the top river.
Quad actually smurfing. He predicted Beishwan's flash there to get the extra kill. 2 onto Quad, and Bwipo going pretty ham.
Yeah, he's using the showstopper. He's already pulled out the haymaker, though, so his health bar is pretty low. You can see him regenerating extra HP now as Busio joins up, but Bin has already taken Bwipo out of the picture. Now Busio trying to bait Bin in. Inspired shows up. He forces the flash back out of the Yorick, but Bin...
Regardless of the extra money that has gone into Bin recently,
a very slow-paced early game here as Busio tries to go in for the Tempered Fate, but he won't land it onto Bin. A nice cage from the Yorick, but Bwipo's going to be the one tanking the turret into the haymaker.
Both with his own spells as well as maybe with creative magical journeys, but we're going to see an attempt at Bin.
Yeah, Bwipo flashes forward to go in for the facebreaker. Bin tries to get away there, but Showstopper right back into the wall, and a haymaker isn't even needed. Inspired gets the kill with the damage over time from Subjugate, and now with Set and Trundle together, they've got the one Void Grub too. They'll knock down the turret in the top side.
Yeah, the stride breaker we were talking about completed for him. He tackles him into the wall again.
But now a play being made in the mid lane. Busio's in danger, but the Tempered Fate stops Elk before he can do the last little bit of damage. Busio gets himself away. Beishwan and Knight going for the dive in the bottom lane at the same time. Quad's gonna be the target. Spiraling Despair back to Beishwan. He gets away, and BLG get the dive done.
A nice dive from BLG, but the counter response from FlyQuest. These Bash brothers are just bashing their way through the top towers. Nothing stands in their way. Is Masu now in danger?
Yeah, Masu way too close to danger here with On and Elk ready, but immediately the Bash Bros are ready to back him up. The haymaker won't hit the target of the curtain call is open. On gets away.
That's a close one. On just barely able to escape.
Great. You know, the positioning on a Set ultimate could change an entire team fight. His flash cooldown critical as well. Nice.
On gonna get chased down now. The magical journey looking after him. Nice Tempered Fate there on Knight. On's the first to die. Knight's gonna follow, and FlyQuest just murdered 2 of them.
Run them down, Flowers. That's what you said, and they do
Gonna
that.
be secured by Inspired. And earlier we talked about how Quad was going to be the front line. Inspired is going to be primed, poised, and ready to fight any foe that runs into his path.
All right, Chains of Corruption hit him, but he's already underneath the tier 1 turret. A TP coming in for both sides now as FlyQuest bring Bwipo in. He's behind enemy lines, but he's very tanky. Bin can't say the same. He arrives only to die as BLG have to try to scatter now. Beishwan's caught by Spiraling Despair, and Bwipo's on a killing spree. BLG runs straight into the meat grinder, and FlyQuest are happy to turn it on.
They're going to chase them down. They're taking nothing from BLG. They're going to be able to get the Dragon. That's number 3 Dragon Soul Point achieved on top of the 3,000 gold lead.
Physical damage on BLG, that when these Bash Bros on the front line get fed and they start being able to itemize armor, you got a problem. Knight is caught in the middle of his rocket jump, and FlyQuest will drown him in the river. Quad with another kill as On's the next target. Bwipo chasing after him, shouldn't be able to get a whole lot here.
He's having an incredible performance. We knew his bard was good, but FlyQuest are chasing for more.
They'll immediately take that tier 1. If they can escort this Herald in, they could try to get another slam into the tier 2, but it's going to get smoked down by Beishwan instead. Bwipo flashes in for the facebreaker. Double kill for Quad. FlyQuest are hungry for a game 5. They are 5,000 gold ahead.
They are grinding BLG into the dirt right now. It's only
to an uncomfortable situation. Knight is split pushing on the other side of the map, trying to get some goal back for his team. Bwipo applies the slow. He's hunted Knight down.
Yeah, Bwipo wants to at least force Knight to use the Buster shot, and there it'll go. But now, another point of pressure for FlyQuest. Another beautiful deadly flourish off the back of Busio, setting it up, and Elk is dead. Enemy AD carry down. Enemy mid laner under pressure. Bwipo looking for a little bit more as Knight has to flash away just to rocket jump. Players nearby as On and Beishwan try to step up, try to establish some little bit of vision control. Oh, Masu though, Knight jumping in, forcing the flash. Knight with a massive shutdown there to kill off the FlyQuest AD carry, but it will cost him severely as Inspired jumps in and beats him to death with the club. It's a one
Their
for
own
one.
to extend this game, or will FlyQuest just claim it?
14-3, favoring FlyQuest with the Hex Soul at about half HP. BLG looking for some kind of an angle to try to approach, but immediately Bwipo already starts it up and Beishwan's under pressure. Nature's Grab fires out. Bwipo's still here on the front line. On goes in for the charm onto Inspire. They've already got him low, but it ain't gonna be low enough. Masu with the first kill. FlyQuest one more. Bwipo shielded up, but he finally dies. The soul is claimed by FlyQuest. And we end up getting
the Otacon force here from BLG. It is desperation.
It's a Hail Mary from BLG, but the Tempered Fate is already connected onto Knight. Deadly flourish, but he buffers through it. Been in some danger already here on the front line, and he dies. Inspired dominating as the Otacon is left at half HP for FlyQuest. BLG still seeing if there's any chance for an angle here. Otacon at 5,000. FlyQuest with control over the pit, but they got to be careful to not tank too much. Deadly flourish won't collide on a target, and now Bwipo is still looking. The Otacon goes over to Inspired, and BLG will lose another objective. FlyQuest back up to a 5,000.
You want him back, don't you?
Of
Sorry,
course.
sorry, no deal.
I'm thinking, oh, the interrupt onto Knight. He's
Knight
trying
in
his best to
danger.
get
Immediately the deadly flourish. Masu's got the kill. Vengeance for Knight's earlier play in the mid lane. 25 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Knight dead for the next 40 seconds. Baron is the call for FlyQuest. BLG don't even look like they're gonna try to respond.
An uncontested Baron. BLG are running out of options here in game 4. The ulti comes through.
Tempered Fate finds Beishwan. On now, very low as well. Spiraling Despair connecting onto the jungler as Quad's got a flash to make sure that he doesn't get killed by Elk. Nice max range, Chains of Corruption. Quad is sniped down, but it buys enough time for the rest of FlyQuest to claim their Baron.
Yeah, they'll be
And
happy.
you go forward. I think you put the push music on and you start pushing.
Magical journey.
There it is, Busio and Bwipo going after Ben. Deadly flourish from downtown, and Ben flashes to try to live through it. That haymaker, it's a
Getting all the
five-knuckle.
kills, but Busio, the supporting cast, has been setting up all these plays, and now BLG look to respond.
Inspired flashing out of the way of Nature's Grasp, trying to make sure that he doesn't get blown up here at the very start of the fight. Drops the subjugate and turns on. Tempered Fate to buy Inspired time. He heals up with the King's Tribute, and BLG have already lost 3 men across the map. Knight flashing away, but the curtain call is open, and the show is over in game 4. Triple kill for Masu. Elk is the last man standing, and he at least gets a kill into Busio, but now he's got to try to escape. Quad and Masu ready to fire as Spiraling Despair misses. Masu with the proc on the Hex Soul to slow down Elk. Guarantees the kill. Only Ben standing. FlyQuest are moving to the Nexus turrets. It's Yorick against Masu, Quad, and Bwipo. On finally respawning as well. Maiden to the Mist wanting to buy some time as FlyQuest have made it onto the second Nexus turret. The Nexus open, vulnerable. Bwipo forcing his way forward as Inspired puts in the work on the Nexus, and FlyQuest